I'm live. Especially on the YouTubes, apparently. Sorry about the noises there. Oops. It's definitely more of an impromptu kind of live stream. We have 2 viewers. Hi guys, thank you for joining me. Kathy Barini. I am live. Thank you very much. Hey, let me check. Yeah, I'm alive. I'm gonna turn on the light here, so some of you are already used to my shit shows. This would be no surprise. In fact, I think that's why you tune in sometimes. See, what's he doing now? So, turn on this light here a little bit. Adjusting that one. I gotta get a better system. I'm working on it. What was I gonna do here? I was gonna do video capture. No, EpoCam is working. Cintiq video capture. Let's try to do that. And it's there, and it's here now. And nope, that didn't work. Oh wait. And now, I'm here. And EpoCam lights off. And I'm here. Look at us, like magic. Holy crap. Actually, sorry I was a little late. I had to go pee. We lost one viewer, so cool. All right, we're good to go, I think. So yeah, I'm just gonna be out for a little while. I wanna, in a weird way, just doing it live gets me motivated to do more stuff. And I actually met with Kathy. She's on Facebook right now. Yesterday, and we chatted about what I need to do to move forward. I'm gonna turn this off as a business, and what kind of risks, what kind of challenges. And I'm excited. Just want to move forward. Give kind of myself. I'm working on a year timeline to see where I want to be, where I should be. What do I want to do? What do I want to create? So I'm going to ramble a little bit more. Hope you can hear me okay. See, the aux is working, and the Blue Yeti is working. A little loud, but let me turn that down just a little bit. There we go. Not so hot, maybe. All right. So, today's November 1st. And I don't know if you guys know what NaNoWriMo is. It's National Novel Writing Month. So in this whole month of NaNoWriMo, you can hear me fine. Thank you, Kathy. You're supposed to be able to, it's like a competition to give yourself a goal of 1,600 words or more. And if you can do that every day for the 30 days of NaNoWriMo, at the end of it, you'll come out with a 50,000 word novel. The whole idea is to get everything down as much as you can. It does not have to be perfect. In fact, nothing is on the first try. And but you will have a first draft. And even if I've tried it 6 times, I want to say, and I've only accomplished it once. It was a good learning experience. But I want to change it up this year. I'm gonna still write and stuff like that, but I'm not gonna do the challenge. But the challenge I want to do is I'm gonna create every day. So in the same way, it's kind of like I'm gonna work on a story every day to the end of the month until I get hopefully the 2nd issue of AntFarm done, and start on the 3rd, and possibly all pencil and ink by the end of the month. We'll see. I'm gonna try hard. I also have a lot of stuff going on, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I didn't prep a lot. I had the granddaughter today, aka the waddling, and I want to work on some products. Some of the things I talked with Kathy's working on my merchandising, my branding, getting the products out there, and most of all, having fun. You know, this life we have, it's basically the only one that I know of, unless there's a multiverse version of me out there who wants to take me for a ride somewhere. To the land of the naked Spider-Mans. Did I say that out loud? Ah, my COVID brain. Damn it. Daryl Perkins, how are you, sir? Oh my God. We got to talk. I got to give you a phone call. We kind of disconnected. Daryl is just an awesome dude. Really great guy who worked down here at the fairgrounds for the Airsoft group, and that's how we met. And just an awesome dude. Great to talk to, and definitely want to reconnect. So now that my brain's working a little bit better, I'm going to get on there. Mr. Perkins, yes, I will be. I have one for you, actually. I think. No, wait, I saw you. Anyway, new one's coming. Just hang tight, buddy. You're welcome, sir. We got to hook up. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and move on to what is it to color a comic book. So I was talking to, I'm not going to mention names. It's a new and upcoming publisher. The dude was actually really, really cool. I enjoyed talking to him. Wanted to know what he was about. And it's called Apothic Comics. And I won't mention names because I forgot his name. I'm not able to mention that name. But anyway, we were talking, and I asked him to send me a contract or what their agreement looked like, and it was so confusing. Hey, sir, how are you? Who is that? And I believe that's on Facebook. I mean, YouTube. I think. I hope. Yeah, it is on JG. Please don't let it be a troll. Please don't let it be a troll. So anyway, because I don't know how to deal with trolls. Talked to this guy, and anyway, it was a 45-page contract, very generic, and he was telling me about my comic book could use a different colorist, and I was just talking to Evan Plarian about that, and I asked him, how much do you pay for your colors? He's like $120 per page, which is, great. If you're a colorist out there and you can earn $120 per page, do it. The average per colorist, it's about $50 per page. Good colorist. A well-known one will get a little bit more. But I'm like, but I color my own stuff, and it's free. Yeah, it's not great. I wish I had the money to hire a whole team, but I don't. So part of me enjoys this, and part of me, it gets dragged down. But at least I was self-taught, taught myself how to color, YouTube videos, and books. So let's get to it. See, close this down. I am one of your Patreon members. Oh my God, so sorry. My brain has just been shutting down lately. Like, I can see names and I can see people. JJ is one of my Patreon members. She's on YouTube. But as soon as I try to discover them, it's really hard. I did that to my niece last weekend, and her feelings were a little hurt. I'm like, it's not you. It's the brain. I just wanted to introduce you. So, JJ, good to see you. Thank you so much. It's going to be a huge month. I'm going to be bugging all my Patreon members. Just because my anxiety level about not actually contributing as much gets to me, and some of you, it is all good. Thumbs up. Thank you, JG. Some of you guys might have heard about the book that I just read there, Kathy, you know well, and it's about anxiety and panic attacks. After reading the book, I realized what's been wrong with me for the whole year, and how I let this little anxiety trauma of mine take over, and now I know how to deal with it better. I'll talk actually a little bit more of what happened. Daryl, he's on Facebook, JG. You probably won't be able to see this. I'm trying to get her where it shows up. She's showing up, but the Facebook group is not. He said, I got a box of crayons I can help color. Laugh out loud. And you're actually a good colorist too. I've seen your stuff. So this is how it starts, Daryl. It starts with a blank black and white page. So after I do the page, and all the type right now is standby on the computer, so I'll get rid of that because my hand writing stuff, it's no bueno. And let's close that out. Oh, there's more. But wait, there's more. All right. Oh, the lettering is gone. So I'm going to give a quick sample again of how flats works, and then I'll actually get to the other drawing. So thank you guys so much. JG, Daryl, Kathy. God, I just spent an hour with you yesterday. See, it's okay. I'm okay knowing that my brain is like this, and I know that it's just me learning to live with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the epoch cam on so you can get an overshot. Look, I got my little iPhone working, and I can do an overhead shot. All right, I'm gonna try and keep this as close to the open field cameras. So this is my hotkey remote, my buddy, my pal, my friend, and again, shortcuts. So if you hold down your space bar, like let's say like so, you can see, can't see shit. What the hell? Oh wait, no. There it is, little hand. I don't know if you can see that. Probably over here you can see it. Yeah, and basically I can just grab any document and move it around. So I'm gonna go ahead and move this up here. JG, I'm gonna take the little chat box and move out of the way. This is new. I want to get this chat box working where everyone shows up. Yeah, you too, you trolls out there. I'll work on this for this weekend and try to do a new live stream this weekend. Because the more live streams I do, the better I get. So last weekend I tried to do one, and it was just a shit show. Tried to have a guest on, my nephew, and yeah, it did not turn out well. So, all right, let's go back here, and oh no, let me see if my remote's working. Yep, I think I took out. So that's the other problem. I only have this little unit that has 3 USB connections, and I'm finding that I need a lot more USB connections. So I got my mic in there. I got my Elgato, which I could probably unplug. Elgato, since I'm not really going to be using it. But let's see if that did that for the hotkey. Nope. Oh, there it is. It's working. Yay. Right. So there we go. Then I can move stuff around with my remote. All right. So we're going to do a small panel. I'm going to do this little one here, the last panel on this page. And this page has 2, 4, 6, 7 panels. Again, 7 panels nowadays is considered a lot of panels for storytelling. Maybe Kathy, you can help me and tell me. Alex, mi primo. Alex is on board. He's my my cousin from back east. Primo, watching you from afar away, playing G.I. Joe stuff. My cousin's in the military, and thank you, Alex, for your service. You're incredible, and thanks for the support too. Really loving it, and I need it, especially with this brain. All right, let's get to it. So this is how it works. So we got our background, which is basically our main page. So what we're gonna do is put a layer on top of that. So let's do it, layer. So new composition layer, and then it's right over my background. So we're gonna do that layer, and like if we decide to color on that layer, it's not coloring. Por qué? And oh, it is coloring. Hold on, it's all white. That's why. So yeah, as you can see, and I got the percentage down so you can actually see through it. But the problem with coloring, it actually colors on the black, and we don't want to do that. Um, so what you want to do with that layer is make it in a multiply layer. And it's really small here. Multiply, and it'll explain why in a second. So I know if this is boring the shit out of you, go play G.I. Joe with my cousin. So I'm gonna select all that and basically delete it. Delete. It said delete. Oh, it's not deleted yet. Oh, I'm having issues, man. All right. Delete. I'm gonna delete. Stop. Delete. All right. Deselect. All right, let's get to it because I'm already boring myself. So what you do is we're gonna work on the last panel. You want to select that panel. So we're gonna take the polygonal tool. You know, pronounce that word. And I'm sober. So I'm just gonna select the whole panel. Again, I'm not doing it on the actual layer where the inks are, the black and white stuff. So I'm doing a layer on top of it, and it's a blank layer, but because it's multiplying, I can basically select it. And what I tend to do is just let's add a, god damn you, so much technical, my computer. I'm just gonna add a gray tone to it. So I'm gonna select it from up here, this little area, and I'm just gonna pour a little gray tone in there. So now I can separate each panel that way if I want to, but it also gives me, there's a white spot in there, so I don't want that. I'm gonna want to make it all. So I'm going to grab the pencil because it's more of a solid, and then make sure I grab the solid pen there, and basic color. There you go. Got rid of that white. So now I selected the paint bucket because we're going to start selecting right now. And this is supposed to be real simple, so obviously I think we know what's going on. I'm gonna turn off. Oh, the touch was on, so the screen's so sensitive. Some of you guys heard already that I really don't like my touch screen. All right, so I'm gonna select the selection tool, which is this button, if you can see that. And I don't know why this thing is over here. Hold on, you guys. I got two screens going on, and this one just decided to act up. Okay, I can see what's going on. So my selection tool, I'm going to select this color here, and I know it's red armor, so I'm going to go over to the red here, go all the way, and just give it a basic red color. Why? Something's going on. What's going on? So opacity was low. We want that as 100. So now it's a solid color. So if I need to go back, I can just select. So I'll just keep going, and we'll do the sample, and then we'll do some coloring. Anyway, how's everyone out there in the world? We got a little rain today, and I got excited. Here in good old Petaluma. Kathy actually lives like 10 minutes from me. Daryl, you live in Rona Park, I believe. JG, where do you live? I'm going to go look at the screen in a second, but I have to take my glasses off to look at close objects. I've always been that way. Which is kind of cool and weird at the same time. So yeah, I can go across that red. That's not going to bother anything. I'm going to use like a lighter. These are red ants, but I want to use a pink color in my freaking oh, stop, that's what's going on. Oh god, it's so painful. Um, God damn it. Uh, COVID gave me fumbly fingers too, so. Novato, JG, that's, I think we talked about that. That's right. We saw each other last. Um, DM Ray. Oh, DM Ray. Yeah. DM Ray I met through Evan Quiring. He is from the wonderful city of Winnipeg, Canada. JG, yeah, we met at LumaCon, which I just started my application to LumaCon, and I am excited that I get to go back. It's going to be in January, last Saturday. Daryl, I want to see you there since you're not airsofting right now. Again, I need to talk to you about that. um, my EK remote is low on batteries. Maybe that's what's going on too. All right, so I'm gonna do a guesstimation what his eyeball is. I was gonna look for the original page that I have of this, and it's in the box somewhere. So, for eyeballs, I tend to go blue, but a grayish blue, and I don't know why. It's just the way I learned. I can do darker or a little bit lighter, because eyes never truly white anyway. It's always something else. So, yeah, that's right, JG. And LumaCon is coming back last Saturday of the month in January. At the Lucchese Center near the Washington and McDowell area. Kathy, nearsighted too. Yeah, sometimes it's easier to see up close without my glasses. The hardest part about being nearsighted when I do this is that I set my glasses down somewhere, and then I'm like, where did they go? As soon as I stand up, I'm like, where did I lay them down? Damn it. So it's always a good idea to have a second pair somewhere that you know, at a trusted location. So when you're ready to get there, to look for that one pair that you only sat down just a few minutes ago, you have that backup. Backup is always good, especially when it comes to bullies. It's good to have a backup. There's a story behind that, and I'll explain in a second. I just want to get this. Right now I'm just grabbing his hair. Oops. There. And there. And then the return key connects it all together. I got a little area over here that I need to close up, so I'm going to hit the plus sign. So hitting the shift key while you're in lasso and grab tool, polygonal, gives you that extra layer of lassoing that you want, so you don't have to start over. So I'm gonna, and his hair is a little bit orange. Yeah, I took the cues from the anime world that I don't care. I can make his hair whatever color I want. So, alright, his last antenna here. Cute story with this page. I'll show you the previous finished page. My Patreon members got to see it. I got a lot more coming. I'm gonna start doing more videos of my process. Paint buckets. Oh, it's probably because my brush, my remote. I have to use more of the keyboard. My remote's dying. So I'm gonna use this keyboard. By the way, this freaking keyboard for the Apple, it's huge. It's like, I love it, but sometimes it's a lot. All right, what was I doing? All right, gradient. So the G on a keyboard for Photoshop brings up your paint bucket, and I lost something here. What did I lose? Why did I lose? God dang it! I lost my. Why did I lose? No. Just lost my color wheel. or my color palette, and I don't know where it went, and I don't know how to get it back. This is so awesome. 3D move on painting. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, that's something. Let's move it over. It's better than nothing. All right, orange. I said now pink. So I don't know. Did I guys tell you about my shit show? I think I know what it is. It's the keyboard. It's making different things happen. So technology is great when it works the way you want it to. Sweet. Kathy Bottarini. Mine are on top of my head. Yeah, that happened to me in one of my live streams. Looking for my glasses. Alright, so that's basically, this is what we call flats. The only reason we want flats is, again, it's to be able to select colors real fast. Or if we mess up on the main coloring, we can come back and work on it, try to fix it. So my palette here and my windows get all screwed up. So let's get to some coloring. And I want to talk about, oh, come on. All right, that works. All right, just trying to get my layers. So small. So up here is my color palette actually, and then down here is my layers. I have my textures and my colors and stuff like that. So we're gonna close out this thing. In fact, I'm just gonna garbage it because I don't really need it. Because I've already done it. I did the whole page. I tend to flat first and then go to color. And then I'll double that layer. So again, so I can mess up the duplicate, and if I need the original, I can go back to it. So, how are we doing on time? Time is 7:20. All right, let's start coloring. I'm gonna color this first panel, and then I'll show you. So if you haven't seen yet, JG, you probably saw it on Patreon, but yeah, we have a fully colored page. The lettering's done, so we're moving on. I always hesitate looking backwards to my pages because I might find something wrong. I'm like, no, I want to keep moving. So so far it looks good. I might do a little bit of cleanup. When I did this page, I kind of screwed up as far as sizing. Notice how much room it is in the top, how much blank space, as opposed to the bottom. So I'll get a chance. I'll just move everything upwards and adjust the page when I go to the template for the publishing houses and stuff like that. So new comic on the way for all my Patreon people. So issue number 2, fully colored. And then issue number 3, I've already got 4 pages penciled and inked. Story's done. I gotta go back and do the breakdowns because I kind of lost all those. And yeah, so we are on it. So let's color. Now we're down to 2 viewers. So thank you again. You guys are awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and select this face. And this is a character I created. He's called Callan. Calan. And what I want him to be was kind of like that really optimistic soldier, that kind of like gung-ho. I had, when I was in the military, I forget this guy's name. I want to say his name was Richie. But I remember I was in the military in 83 to 86. Anyway, this guy was just, he looked like he walked right off the Andy Griffith show. And he was just the most energetic, nicest guy. And I think I based Callan on him. So we're going to go ahead and change brushes. Go to, oh yeah, actual brushes. Oh, everything changed. My palette changed. I gotta fix that. So anyway, yeah, and this is who Callan became. He's a up and coming warrior ant who got attached to the tiger lance here. Trying to do a little bit of shadow. This is coming from above. A little bit darker as I get closer to the ground. In there. And I don't know. I mean, I can let out a little secret. Doesn't matter. So basically, every bug on this planet, in this world, this version, basically has the exoskeleton. And I don't know if you know, but in the real world, the insects they all have exoskeleton, but a lot of them has an extra layer of skin to keep everything kind of connected. And that's kind of like what this process is. You don't see the exoskeletons connecting so much because there's a skin on top of those skeleton. And then that exoskeleton is obviously holding all the internals and stuff like that. So I will be divulging that fact in one of the stories. Actually, issue 4, you'll know. Because one of our heroes gets his arm basically cut in half. I won't tell you how, so it's not an entire spoiler alert. But I just found it amusing that that's a good way of explaining how the exoskeletons work. I don't have a name for the issues, but they'll be coming out soon. Yeah, that one's written. Actually, that one's almost penciled. About 20 pages of it's penciled. I have to change some pencils because I did rip off aliens, pretty much. So I'm going to do some sweating here, and I'm going to zoom in because, God, what happened to these windows? So, come on. There we go. Okay, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I don't know if you guys like Aliens or not, but it's one of my favorite movies. 1 and 2. So I kind of ripped off 2 pretty good. Pretty hard, actually. So, and then when I was working on issue number 4, yeah, it was the time it came out, and I was really excited. So yeah, I kind of ripped everything off. And I'm not ashamed to say it. It was a good ripoff. And it's a good story. So, little sweat beads there, a little light. I'm not a big experimental with color kind of guy. In fact, I'm going to do just a little bit. I'm going to experiment right now. Kind of like give some green here as something is reflecting from the ground. And the story behind this, so when I'm in the military, when you got promoted up a rank, they would make you get down in the front line and rest. So basically a push-up position. And basically just in a cool way, and that's what this page is going to represent, saying, you know, you're too awesome sauce for your own good. We've been noticing you. We're getting a little tired of watching you do that. So we're going to promote you because you're so awesome. And you deserve it, kind of thing. So, Aliens was awesome. I agree, Kathy. James Cameron at his best. Although, pretty much like everything James Cameron. Even, I know we're going to get a new Avatar this winter. It's only been 10 plus years for a sequel. I'm not mad at it. It's okay. I just don't want it to suck. And like anything in life. And if it does, well, it does. And if it sucks in a popcorn eating kind of way, I'm okay with that. Basically, just do your best. So we're going to give the armor a little bit of light color here. As the sun is reflecting. And of course, you know, there's that bright spot somewhere where all of a sudden it hits your eyes and you're like, but technically not bright. I had real conflicted I like I was in conflict deciding about armor and shininess and bright colored armor like red, like because in my world, no, that's too bright. So kind of when I started designing this world, I'm like, well, no, we'll take the approach of like it's the 18th century Civil War. Yeah, you marched in a battlefield with full armor. There's no vehicle. Bright colors. You want to scare the enemy, intimidate the enemy. That was the basic idea. You took pride in your colors and you wanted to be a formidable, intimidating person. So I'm gonna save. Kathy, right? Good idea. Kathy recommends I save and save often, and I agree with her. It's a good idea. So we are bluish. There was kind of like if you ever look at anybody's eyeballs, there's a little blue thing. Mr. Janicola, how are you, sir? Good to see you. You're not on Facebook much anymore, but I did post something on my. If you want to go to my Patreon, I posted 5 pages of the colored version of Jackie Lantern, and I know she's your favorite girl. But yeah, I can send you a link later. Jesus Christ, that's a director. The link to it later. And yeah, you can see your girl up there for Halloween. I did it yesterday, which I'm really excited that actually Kurt shows so much interest in him that I'm excited to bring her back in different kind of ways. I'm gonna try to do more team ups between her and other characters. I do have 4 more books that I want to finish on her, so that was some of the stuff I talked to Kathy, and this is like crap, so I'm gonna redo it. This is why we save and save often. Yeah, I don't like that, so I'm just gonna go over again. I'm gonna use an airbrush this time, and not so dark. Put it my blue. Give it an even color. There we go. A little bit down here. Again, it's from the folds in our eyelids and the little shadows that might drop down. I'm gonna go with this brush. It seems like a marker brush. And I'll give it a little bit more solid covering. So yeah, let's see how that looks. I'm gonna back out a little bit. Okay, it looks like shit still, so let me go in here. Yeah, just play, and that's all art is. It's just basically playing around to nobody else but you feels that it's ready to go. And some of us basically have other voices in our heads that sometimes take over and basically dictate how do we react to things, how do we conform to things. So over the weekend, I got into a conflict with one of my friends, maybe ex-friends now. I still consider him family, but his choice. And yeah, we got into conflict and debate about different things. But I had to put my foot down when it came to him trying to prove a point and then basically making up lies about me or changing the narrative as if I was the bad guy in the situation. And I'm like, no. First of all, we don't even have to discuss this because I'm going to take care of stuff. But his anxiety, maybe his little tiny reptile brain, reptile person inside went, no, you need to make a big deal out of this, and no. So it became a shit show all Sunday long, and probably lost 2 sweet people over it because they basically told me they're gonna step away yesterday, and I knew it was gonna happen actually anyway because they've made friends with some friends and that are very toxic. At least she is. I actually like him. I told him, dude, I can You can come and play anytime, but you gotta leave your wife at home because she's toxic. And if they're watching, you know, I didn't mention any names, but I'm not opposed to being transparent either because hiding shit is just bad. Look at that glare on my head. Oh my god. I need a hat. Where's my hat? It's not on my head. So yeah, let's see if we can get this panel done. And then, hey Kurt, I'm thinking about doing Tuesdays. I don't know, is Monday football still on? I think it's over. Are we getting close to the... Oh no, Super Bowl is in February. There's some sporting event right now. What is it? Is it baseball? Is baseball still on? Or is that over? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm gonna activate this layer right here. No, let's give a new layer. So if you select a layer and then you create a layer, it'll pop up right above that layer that you had first selected. So we're gonna name this layer SFX. So special effects, not sound effects. Okay, so this one we'll keep it as a normal layer. We won't multiply it. So all the blacks are going to show, and they're going to be covered when I paint over them, and that's okay. It's what I want. So like for here, I want a white kind of reflection. I can go a little bit yellow. And then basically where these things are, but I want it to be prevalent as it's kind of on top of the eyelid skin. I mean the eyeball skin, and our pupils are underneath, and the glare is so strong that it covers some of that up. It kind of gives it an extra layer of 3D effect. And the trick is not to overdo it. So I'm gonna just make it a little bit fatter there. Not completely take out the darkness, the black lines, but give it some. Yeah, there you go. All right, save. Right, Kathy? Oh shit. Kurt Nicholas says World Series is on right now. Sorry if I'm keeping you from the game. But heck, you can have two screens on. I give you full permission. And my commentary is probably a little bit different than what you're used to. You know what baseball commentary is like anyway. So, all right. So last part is going to be his hair and antenna, and then the background space back here, and the hair should go pretty quickly. So I select the magic wand. I said magic wand. There it is. Now I can select his hair. Oops, wrong. So what I did is, because sometimes I'll forget, I just selected everything on the FX layer, which selected everything except the little spots I painted. Alright, so I'm going to deselect that, so I don't have that selected anymore, and move back down to my color layer. That's what I wanted. And now select the hair. Okay. Select that color. I'm going to go with some airbrushing. Airbrush. Again, shadows there and there, and a little bit shadow underneath there, because, you know, the light's coming from above and not from below. Although I have seen the lights from below, and all I did was, as soon as I looked into that hole in the light from below, I saw a little finger going like this with a big black nail, red skin, and I'm like, not yet. And I'm like, actually went back to the hole and like, and by the way, what's wrong with your legs? Are they broken? Come up here for a while. Anyway, that's how I'm dealing with anxiety nowadays. I'm not running away from it. I'm just walking up to it and embracing it in a way, whether it's through conversation. They're still a little intimidating and scary, but for the most part, I'm like, no, what's the worst is going to happen if I face it? You know, or if my anxiety says you need to do the dishes and I tell it, no, it's okay for me to wait till Tuesday of 2023, February or something. Okay, not that bad, but you know what I mean. All right, we're gonna do the antenna and then background, and yeah, I want to wish you guys all a wonderful evening, prosperity, Curgenicula. I need to know probably by next Monday if we're gonna go see Black Panther on not the 11th, 12th, on the 14th, Monday the 14th, Black Panther theaters. I'll be going to Kearney Renaissance Fair on Friday the 11th, and then I'll get back. Shit, I might not even be able to make. So last year when I went to Kearney, I left Sunday night after the fair. It was November 13th and 14th, so November 14th. Fair was over at 5. By the time we packed everything up, I was probably out of there by 7, latest. And I hit the worst thing I've ever hit in my life. And it wasn't really physical. It was the Tule fog at 7 o'clock at night. And in it for about an hour and 15 minutes or so. And it was the worst, terrifying experience I've had in a long time. Since my first jump out of an airplane in the military. And then after the first jump, as soon as you go through the door, you're like, oh, this is awesome. It's beautiful out here. That two-leg frog lasted an hour, and it was terrifying. You could barely see the road. You could barely see, it was 2-lane roads. The barriers on each side, and I'm like, am I on off the road? Am I going to hit a barrier? And there was a few times that I had to like swerve back on the road. Horrible, horrible, horrible feeling. I'm going to give it a little bit of light up here as the sun is coming down, but also I want to give it a bit of yellow. As yellow is in there. And again, I'm going to touch it up at the bottom down here. Yeah, that sun is bouncing off the grass a little bit, and it's giving him, Callan, some light from below. Like I said, mine was a finger. I'm gonna put this one as grass. And then here we're just gonna do that brush. Damn my glasses. Using a trackpad and pinching also on the laptop is a good way of expanding your image here, so you can get better details. So, oops, that's not a good color. So I'm gonna undo. 1, 2. What happened? Why did I get that color? Okay. My brush smaller. So usually when an artist is working, it's in the void, very alone, lonely. But I'm okay. It doesn't bother me. I kind of enjoy hanging out with you guys too. And then for years, Kurt will testify that I used to just every day try to bring in my artboard or my laptop and just work wherever I can. If I had 2 hours of break, I'll set it up. Especially a laptop, 2 hours easier than setting up the board and all that. I'm gonna get some sweat indicators here. Yeah, why not? Don't need no stinking lines. So yeah, sometimes it was cool hanging out with people and just chatting, and then sometimes it wasn't cool, especially when the dumbasses. And you probably know who I'm talking about. Some people at work who are like, "We need to make those breasts bigger." Yeah, that's what's wrong with that picture. And I'm like, and my favorite comeback was like, dude, that's my niece. And they're like, oh, sorry, man. I'm like, yeah, you should be. And I'm like, I don't know who the picture was drawing. That was my comeback. You know, shame them. Why not? So, all right. Okay, now because I have paint over here, I can't select that area from the color layer. I have to go back to my flats layer. Come on. Flats, and then I can select the entire piece there, because go back to color layer, take my brush, make it bigger. That's what she said, make it bigger. Is there anybody watching that's under the age of 18? Please don't. And if you know what that means, well, good on you. Alright. Here we go. I think I'm done. I'm going to save. And then do the background here. Saving. You see it down here. How's this camera? It's holding up. Holy crap. Yay, this camera right here. Second camera. Alright, so use the magic wand one more time. And again, it only works if your color is solid. I'll show you how it doesn't work. Like here, I cannot select this hair area again. I can only select whatever is closest to a solid color. So right now it's only this little area in here. That's all I can do. But since this background is just one solid color, no color has been added there, no shading, no nothing, it should be able to select the entire thing. So, and then to make sure, I can just turn off the line work, and yeah, there it is. It looks like all the gray area is selected, just like I wanted to. I love it when a plank comes together. It's rare, but man, I love it. All right, so I'm gonna hide those margin lanes. Get I don't even know what color I should make this background. What's a good color for like puzzlement? Maybe a purplish. Yeah, no one else could use the table. You know who that was? Yes, I do. Yep. And I would get in, and if I could see that one spot that I went, I would be like, boom. Set up my laptop, set up my drawing board, set up my iPad for a reference, my Wacom tablet if I needed to, and there I would sit for 6 hours sometimes. And all the bad that Golden Gate had, I mean, it gave me a lot of opportunities and a lot of good times and memories. So. All right, I'm gonna go try purple. See how that's gonna turn out. I'm gonna raise my brush to big circle so I can do a swath. I think you guys can see that on the screen. The skirt. JG, thank you so much. Sometimes I'm afraid she said for your Facebook people, she enjoys watching me work on this, and this is pretty awesome. So, by the way, JG, at LumaCon, I was approached by a couple librarians from Santa Rosa, and they were wondering. Oops, hold on, I'm gonna go over here. Make sure I'm on the right layer. Yeah, I'm on the right layer. If I would demonstrate a class for them, for their kids, 6th graders, about 60 per class. And I'm like, what? 66 graders? You know, I mean, I've done 4-H camp for years, so I know I'm okay with that. But kids I really don't know, I'm like, you know, I don't know. But I put a plan together and only used half of it. That's how good it was going. And I did it back in September, and the best part was, I gotta make this brush smaller. Small. They asked me back, so they're gonna do a comic book con at their school, and in January during the week. So and it's like a 2-week con for just the kids, and then so they can invite different artists to come in, and they can meet different people. And a few of those kids reached out and asked me some questions, and I'm like, I'm gonna start basically how to make a comic book tutorial, you know, like short 5-minute videos, 10-minute videos. from beginning to basically end process. So it's gonna be fun. I'm excited, and they asked me back, so I guess I didn't do too bad. Even when I handed out my comic book of Rebel Roach and Rocky Punch Susie, and then halfway after, well, they were pretty much handed out, but about 15 minutes after I handed out, one of the teachers went, "Can I have your attention, class?" They all looked at her, and I looked at her. It's like, so, I noticed there's a lot of bad words in this comic book, and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. I forgot there was some bad words in there. And I'm like, shoot. And she's like, if everyone's okay with it, just give me a thumbs up. And if you're not, we can discuss it. And like 90% of the class was like, yeah, thumbs up. And then there was a few who went, wait, bad words? Where? So I was looking for it. So it was pretty cool. So, Diggs BTW, who are you? Please don't be a troll. Please don't be a troll. Don't be a troll. All right. I think I want to do something with this little gray area over here. I'm gonna probably go yellowish, a little bit bright. And then down here, like really light. I don't know who Dick's. Oh, this is on Twitch. Diggs BTW. Wow, I think you're my first Twitch comment. And technically, I'm kind of using my friend Jeremiah's Twitch account because this is his program. Just gonna select a little purple here. I want to make this area a little darker. Little blunt band. And now I'm gonna use a trick. I'm gonna teach you guys a little trick if you don't know, because I just thought of something, which would be actually pretty cool. So I'm gonna go back to my flats layer, which is this one. So basically everything's still flat, and I had duplicated. That's why it's color now. But because again everything's already been tarnished, I'll say I'm not gonna be able to select areas. But this way, if I go back to the flats, I'm gonna select the gray area here that's now purplish, and I'm gonna do something cool, which I forgot about. So, alright, let's hide that. Go back to this. So now this area is selected. You can still see the marching lines. But I want to do like so Japanese use a lot. It's called action lines, and I kind of learned how to use it here as through the rectangle and stuff instead of actually doing the lines. And sometimes it'll work too. But so basically, you just take a rectangle selection tool and basically just start at one corner. Let's see. And I fucked up. Hold on. Alright, I'm gonna undo that one because what I needed to do was, if you hold the Option key on your keyboard, it's I set this key up for it. It becomes a negative. So instead of selecting, I'm deselecting a certain area. So let's try it in real time. So I'm gonna deselect just an action stripe right in here. Okay, now so now I can no longer color in that area, but I want to do that again, and I'll show you in a second why. So I'm going to do it a few more times. Let's see, deselect. Let's deselect down here. Deselect right there. I'm gonna shit. Alright, I'm gonna keep going on that one. Select there, but I'm gonna add another one in here. I should have went all the way across, but someone once told me, is like, don't bother zooming all the way down to get all the little minute details. People read the page in your comic like it takes them less than a minute sometimes, and I'm like, oh yeah. It's only the true diehards that'll look for all the details. All right, so some stuff is deselected, but some stuff is selected. So what I want to do right now is add perhaps a little bit of yellow action lines. Yeah, I'm gonna say action lines. I'm gonna use the airbrush tool for this. So I'm gonna bring my opacity probably down to 49. 49 is good. And then all right, let's make some action lines. Ready, steady. And it's basically like you're just making a mask. You can actually make it lighter in some areas. Now it gives it that. I'm gonna go with a little bit more white in here. Yeah, what the? Huh? A little surprise action going on. So yeah, I like it. Let me pull back and look at all the details people are gonna be not seeing. But that's the basic bot to coloring a panel. Actually, this is fun because you guys sometimes it gets real tedious and real boring. So my process is it used to be to pencil an entire book and then go back and ink it, and I just don't like that process anymore. So like most I would do is maybe pencil 3 pages, but now because inking for 24 pages it can just be tedious. And I'm the kind of person who likes to mix it up. So sometimes I'll do a page and ink it, and then usually I wait till the end to do coloring. But again, I'm gonna try to mix it up this time, so I don't get bored and stuff like that. So I'm gonna refresh the shot. I am so glad you guys were here. Oh shit, it's been over an hour. I think there's a baseball game going on, and I think. Mr. Nicholas said it's not that exciting, but here we are. This is me coloring. Yeah, I just refreshed the chat. Says people are back, people are gone, 2 people are viewing. So all 3 of you guys, thank you so much. I think it's only Kathy JG. You still there? And Alex. Oh, DM Ray. Looks like he's still there. And Alex. I don't see the YouTube people. I think I lost you guys. But thank you very much. I'm going to try again this weekend because I just need to test on how to get a guest on. I tried that this weekend and it was just, the sound quality was bad, the connection was bad. I don't understand why. Even on my end, I was messing things up. It was way more complicated than it should have been, and yeah, I didn't want to do that show being shitty as it was. So I'll try again. I'll do test runs during the day, and I want to get this chat thing working. I got the YouTube. Look, JT, I am here. Love you, gal. Looking forward to seeing you at LumaCon again. I hope you can make it again this year. To also talk to Kathy again. She's been giving me good advice. I plan to do 4 cons, so definitely Worldcon. I'm looking at SAC Anime early January. We'll see. It's going to depend if I can get in money. Lodi Con, the 2 Stockton cons I want to do. It's another anime con, and Crunchyroll I want to do, and possibly Silicon. That's so silly. In August. And if anything pops up that's really close, Vacaville. That's such a good con. It's such a good family con. It's a 1 day or 2, so it's a lot lighter. Alright guys, take care. Good night. Sweet dreams. Kurt, enjoy your baseball game. Let me know about tickets for Black Panther. I can get them if you need me to. Yeah, I actually might have to move it from Monday if I'm coming back from Fresno on Monday. But definitely that Friday for sure. So yeah, let me know. I'm gonna go see it in the theater no matter what. Love Black Panther forever. So bye guys. Good night. Sweet dreams. And how do I turn this off? Hey Jane, how do you turn off this crazy thing? That might mean something to somebody. Let's see. put my mouse here. So I should be able to bring it over here.